Good evening and welcome. Today is Wednesday, August the 19th, 2020, and this is the City of Anderson Board of Architectural Review. First item on the agenda meeting. Very good, then we'll move straight into the public hearing. First being BAR 2016. Jeffrey.
So if you recall, this property came before you last month. Last month they did get approval for a white picket fence. Basically, they're trying to finish the enclosure of the backyard. They're doing the fence along the back property line and then matching fencing gate at the edge of the house here. So after getting approved for that, they had some more thoughts about it and decided they wanted to go in a slightly different direction. This is the neighbor's fence. It's a black aluminum fencing. What they decided now is they would like to match this fence at the back of the yard. Again, same location, back of the yard, along the side of the house to the property line with a matching gate. So go from white picket fence to the black aluminum fence that you see here. Policy states that the fence or site walls should be in character with those used traditionally and relate to the principal structure on the lot. You should preserve original fences and site walls. Where no fence exists, keeping the yard open may be the best approach. Where a new fence is needed, it should be similar in character with those seen historically. Appropriate materials for fences are wrought iron or wood picket, and a side yard fence should be set back from the primary facade of the home. The board must decide the proposed improvements meet that criteria. I'm happy to answer any questions you have for staff, and the applicant is here tonight as well.
Very good. And the location of this fence is the same as approved last month?
Correct.
Aluminum black fence. We've approved them time and time again. Any concerns, questions, comments?
Actually, I think it will adjoin the other fences, that it adjoins better.
Right.
It's a good
Agreed.
choice.
Very good. With that, is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
The motion for Bill, second. Seeing Amanda. Anything further? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye. Aye.
And thank you very much for coming back out for the adjustment. Thanks so much. Next, we have BAR 2017.
The applicant is requesting approval for new signage on the property at 211 East Benson Street in the downtown historic district. The property is the home of the Little Factory Shop, or Colic Tea. The applicant is requesting approval to add a new projecting sign on the front of the building. The sign would be in aluminum and Citrus composite material. That would be a 42-inch diameter circle hanging from a black metal bracket. The applicant is also seeking approval for vinyl lettering on the front door. You can see they have added that on there already. And then a wall sign was installed on the side of the building. That will be coming down. The other sign, the new sign will take the place of it, and this is not a legal wall for them to have a sign on without a variance process. So this one will be coming down.
Very good.
When reviewing this application, the board should focus on the standards set forth in Chapter 8, which are design guidelines for signs. The following sections apply to this request. Policy states that you should design a sign to be in balance with the overall character of the property. Appropriate signs include both the window and projecting signs that are being considered, and a sign should be in character with those seen historically. Once again, the board must decide the proposed improvements meet the above criteria. If approved, the applicant must complete the sign permit process for the projecting sign. The window sign does not require a permit. And so with that, I'm happy to answer any questions you have for staff, and the applicant is represented here tonight as well.
Very good. The projecting sign looks very attractive. I particularly like the bracket. I mean, that's different. Andy and Bill, the aluminum, sure, but this Sintra composite material, you okay with that?
HDU. That's something that we've approved.
Okay. Just the way it was worded was a different terminology.
Brand name, I guess, instead of the generic.
Which we are familiar with. Comments, questions, concerns?
Looks good.
It's nice.
Does it that? Is there a motion? A motion from Mary Lou, second from Andy. Anything further? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Very good. Thank you. Now on to BAR 2018.
The applicant is requesting approval for new signage on property at 501 North Main Street in the Downtown Historic District. The property is the home of Merle Lawrence. The applicant is requesting approval to add new black metal channel letters on the front of the building. The letters will be halo lit with white LEDs. So on the back of the signage would be the light and it bounces off the wall, so it kind of halo lights the letters from behind. The letters will be 6 inches high and the sign is 6 feet in length. When reviewing this application, the board should focus on the standards set forth in Chapter 8, again, design guidelines for signs. Same standards we just used with the addition that a flush-mounted wall sign may be considered. Once again, the board must decide that the proposed improvements meet the above criteria. If approved, the applicant must complete the sign permit process through the planning department. Happy to answer any questions you have for staff, and the applicant is represented here tonight as well.
Metal channel letters. The halo lighting we've always liked, and it added a very attractive addition to downtown.
Looks like they're individual letters.
Yes.
Very good. Any other thoughts, comments? Is there a motion? A motion from Jill, second from Amanda. Anything further? All in favor?
Aye.
Very good. Good work. Now,
I'm going to backtrack one item.
sure.
Let's see. Make sure I did this correctly. So instead of collectique, it should be this sign, correct? For the little factory shop? Or was the collectique one the correct one? Collectique. Okay. I just want to make sure of that before he left.
I noticed.
Yeah, we don't have that.
Written as little factory.
Well, they had one and then they switched to the other, and I just want to make sure I had the right one.
I was gonna say, I don't think, I have not seen that.
So never mind.
Well, if the sign contractor hasn't seen it, then I think it's good to go.
Moving
I'll
on.
say I'll be back to
That's right. Okay. BAR 2019.
The applicant is requesting approval for a new awning with signage on the property at 314 South Main Street in the Downtown Historic District. The property is home of Tracy Starr Home. The applicant is requesting approval to add a new black and white striped awning on the front of the building. The awning would include the name of the business on it. When reviewing this application, the board should focus on the standards set forth in Chapter 8 of the Downtown Design Guidelines, once again for signs, and Chapter 9, Design Guidelines for awning and canopies. With the sign guidelines, same we discussed on the previous two items, with the addition that awning and canopy signs may be considered. And then in terms of the awning itself, it says that an awning or canopy should be similar to those seen historically, should be compatible in material and construction to the style of the building, and should be mounted to accentuate character-defining features. Again, the board must decide the proposed improvements meet the above criteria. If approved, she will need to get a sign permit for the sign language and a building permit for the actual awning itself. I'm happy to answer any questions you have for staff, and the applicant is present tonight as well.
You know, the addition of these awnings just seems to be adding more and more character to Main Street.
What's the material?
It's a black and white canvas awning.
It's a big canvas.
Is that light there now, and, or is that something that will be added? Do you see?
Yes,
the light?
the light that's protruding from the building.
The existing sign.
So yes, that is there, presently there.
So are both coming down?
So will the light remain?
Yeah, that's protruded off the building, that's not
So the light and the sign,
Everything will be just as it is now.
right, so the light and the sign that are there now, it sticks out further than the awning, and so it'll be above the awning, so we're saying that the existing sign and the light will remain, and then this will be in addition to it.
So there will be
Two,
a sign in front of the awning with the
above and out from it,
name.
which you'd see coming down the street.
Oh, okay. But
Right, so one more traffic-oriented, one more pedestrian-oriented.
And there's enough clearance below that sign?
I think it sticks out further, and so that awning comes sloping down right off the building front there, so I'm assuming.
Can we see the picture of the before without the awning?
Yeah.
it might be an optical illusion, because it looks like it's set
Well-
back, but it looks like it hangs out at the very end.
And this awning doesn't seem to come out very far. Only 3.6 feet? With it,
I believe, right,
3.5 feet?
That's correct, right, three and a half feet coming out off the building.
which is pretty shallow compared to most. So that may be how the clearance,
The side view would have been good, a side view.
I didn't think of that.
You just don't want the sign almost touching the awning.
but if it's not coming out very far, then that may be how the clearance is. Billy, what do
Right,
you?
it should have clearance. I wouldn't think they would have designed it to where it would hit the sign. I assume if it hits the sign, then you would move the sign or remove
Yeah, the, if I could speak.
Sure.
That wire that's out, I think it's like 8 feet long,
it. Yeah,
and my sign is way off.
it's out there pretty far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just can't tell from the
No,
pictures.
no.
Thanks for clarifying that.
All right, anything else? Do we have a motion? I have a motion from Billy, second from Bill. Anything further? All in favor? Thank you so much. And now on to VAR 2020.
The applicant is seeking approval to build an accessory structure on the property at 2007 Edgewood Avenue in the North Anderson Historic District. The property is a single-family residence, is Jill's residence. And this view is instructive because it would be behind this tree you see here. So what she's building will essentially be invisible from the road.
Okay.
So. So this picture is slightly different than what went out in the packet, because you added a light fixture onto the front of the building. So you can see a sealed pedestrian door. The building will be 12 by 20. It's a workshop storage building combo on the right rear portion of the lot. Would have white cement board siding. Shingles would match the house. The front of the building would have the white steel doors you see there with the addition of the light that's been added. At the side of the building, this would face the interior of the lot. And so this would be the right-hand side of or the left-hand side of the building. The right-hand side of the building and the back of the building would just be solid hardboard siding with no penetration, no door, no windows. And so this would face into the lot and then with, again, double steel doors and the two windows that you see here. Again, the right and rear sides have no windows or doors. When reviewing this request, the board should focus on the standards set forth in Chapter 5, Site Design. Following sections apply to this request. Policy states that accessory structure should be similar to those seen historically, should be located to the rear of a lot, construct an accessory structure that is subordinate to the primary structure. An accessory structure should be similar in character to those seen traditionally, and you should maintain the traditional range of building materials on an accessory structure. Again, the board must decide if the proposed changes meet the guidelines, and of course, Jill is here tonight as well.
Okay, so what we're looking at now is the interior side, the whole piece?
So this would be the front, so if you come up the driveway, this is what you would see if you pull into the driveway. And then on this side,
No,
down, okay?
you wouldn't see this, you would see just the solid.
So as you pull in, you would see
See
this,
the other side of this, the solid,
so the solid side, okay.
Yeah.
So this would be on the back side.
yeah, that's
Okay.
facing our backyard.
And then this would be facing the interior of the lot, okay?
Okay. Very good. And the windows, solid pane, single pane there?
Well, like
Sorry?
this,
No.
but they'll be vertical.
Vertical instead of horizontal,
I
right?
spelled it wrong, but installed vertical.
Okay, so,
He doesn't want anybody to break in,
right.
so,
But I mean, okay, this apparently has individual panes and the,
it'll be like that.
okay, so it will be the individual.
I just didn't, did I not draw, I didn't draw them in, sorry.
Not a
I
problem.
was in a hurry.
Hey, this helps. Better than what we normally do.
Yeah.
And the material is similar to the house?
The house has steel siding on it, which, you know, it'll look like it.
Mhm.
It'll be hardy plank to
The
the
hardy.
same size. 8-inch hardy plank.
Excellent, okay.
The roof will be the same shingles
Large reveal.
as the house. The dark gray.
Other questions? Do we have enough information? All right, of course, Jill will recuse herself from voting. If there's nothing else, is there a motion?
Motion to approve?
A motion from Bill, second from Amanda. Anything further? All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks again for the drawing, it helps. And finally, tonight, BAR 2021.
The applicant is seeking approval for a new fence at 107 Maxwell Avenue. The property is single-family residence in the West Side Historic District. The applicant is seeking to install a 4-foot-tall white wood picket fence on the property. Essentially matching that, but painted white. So there is on the right hand, I'll have another picture that shows this a little better in a second, but there's the stairs that come off the side of the building, and it would run from here to the existing fence on the right-hand side of the property. Be a solid fence with no gates. And so we would access that area through the house itself. There will be a way to remove sections if somebody needs to get back there, but for general purposes, it'll just be a solid picket fence along that property. The reason being is that the tenant put in a pool, and so they need the fence for security purposes. And so the stairs are right behind the car here, and so we run from the stairs over to the side property line. The rest of the property is fenced in already, and so this really is the only remaining open area on the property.
What is the existing fence material?
I believe there's a combination. There's some chain link. I think there's some wood stockade fence in the back. A lot of it is grown up. There's vegetation grown up covering a lot of the fence. You can see kind of on the side here. There's a fence there, but there's foliage in front of it. And then if you go around, this is the left-hand side of the house. There is a fence here. You just can't see it on that side.
So basically, this is going to be the only real visible fence?
At the very back of the property, you can kind of see the wood stockade fence, like a 6-foot wood stockade fence at the back property line.
If you say so.
And there's some wire fencing going on the rest of the way there. So, in terms of materials, you have wood at the back. This would be wood pickets. So there's a mix of materials on there. but it, it would be a white wood picket fence along that front line. So that would be really the only visible from the road.
And a positive addition.
Oh, absolutely positive. And this is the only one you can see from the street, isn't it?
Right, right. Like I said, the rest, there's a lot of foliage on there, so the remaining sections of the fence are hard to see even close enough.
Questions? Concerns? Do we have enough information? All right, is there a motion? A motion from Jill, second from Andy. Anything further? All in favor?
Aye.
Very good, it is approved. That concludes the public hearing portion. There's no addenda. Minutes from last month have been submitted. Had an opportunity to review, I'm sure. Comments, questions, concerns? Delandria, as always, we thank you for keeping up with us. Is there a motion to approve? Motion from Bill, second from Amanda. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
All right. Anything else tonight, folks? If not, motion to adjourn. Thank you, Andy. Second. Mary Lou, all in favor? We are adjourned. Thank you, sir.